This empty chair represents the addict who died today, not knowing recovery was possible.
Hi, my name's Phil Leahy, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of The Empty Chair, Exposing Addiction. And as you know, every month we try to kind of bring you all aspects of recovery and addiction. And tonight you're going to find out how it affects some really young people. What we have here is we have 4 girls from a recovery house that's housed in Lawrence. It's called the Pegasus House, and it's for girls 25 and under. And I have 4 girls who came today, and although nervous, were very courageous to come down here and tell us a little bit about their house and a little bit about their story. And I'm not going to introduce them because I always get the names mixed up, so we're going to start with
Marielle.
Ronnie.
I'm Kelsey.
I'm Ashley.
Hi, and girls, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I've never met any of them before tonight. I had met a few others from Pegasus House, but they bailed out and these guys jumped in, so we're so happy to have them. Basically, I think I'm going to ask you all a couple of questions, and well, I'll tell you what. Marielle, just give us a little bit of your story. How old were you when you started experimenting?
I started...
And how old are you now?
I'm 24 right now, today.
No, happy birthday.
No, it's not my birthday. I just wanted to clarify.
Okay. Oh.
See if I got you.
All right, then no happy birthday.
I did.
Go ahead.
I started using drugs and alcohol when I was 15. I went to Catholic school my whole life, and I went to public high school. And my first year in high school, I started drinking and using drugs. And the first time I drank, it was like I fell in love. It was over. My drug of choice is MDMA, ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, long story short, I got in a lot of trouble over the years. I ended up in jail for a few months. I got released on bail to go to Pegasus House. I've been there for 6 months.
How long?
6 months I've been there.
Okay.
I have a little over 8 months clean and sober.
Awesome.
And I'm going to graduate in 1 to 2 months.
Wonderful.
Yes.
How you feeling about it?
I never thought that this would happen. When I stepped foot in there, I was like, this is hell on earth. This house is so strict. It's crazy. I'm never going to make it, a week, but I felt so different from everyone. But I pushed my hardest. I tried so hard. I still am. I never gave up. And I got a sponsor. I got a job. I stopped fighting everyone, and I listened. I took suggestions. I just never gave up.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Stuck it out, huh?
Yes.
Good for you.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, okay. Now, I know we talked, and you haven't been at the Pegasus House very long, so why don't you tell me how old you were when you started and a quick progression to where you are now?
I started, I'm 21. I started using at 19.
At 19?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone except my sister and my family are addicts.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like born like as an addict.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it progressed from like Percocets. And I don't know, I just feel like if it wasn't for the Pegasus House, I felt like I had no hope and no set dreams. I just felt hopeless, and I don't know, the girls there are like helpful in the house and the staff. So it's just, it really gave me like light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I'm just grateful for where I am today. I never thought I would have longer than 24 days clean. I've been sectioned twice,
Okay.
and I'm just, I don't know, like I'm here like willingly, so it's different for this time around, I feel. So I'm just happy to be where I am.
Yeah, when you say you're here willingly, that means we didn't drag her down to the studio or anything.
No.
And you only, right now you have how many days? You told me it's
56.
56.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn good.
Thanks.
Hi. Kelsey.
Chelsea?
Kelsey.
Kelsey, okay. Kelsey, and you're 20?
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So I started using alcohol and weed when I was 13.
13, okay.
Gradually progressed to, I got put in juvenile drug court for smoking and drinking when I was 16. And didn't think I was an addict, so nothing stuck. So when I was 17, I decided to try harder drugs. And since then, I've been trying to get clean. And like my first drug of choice was coke. Then it changed to heroin. Then it went back to coke, and pretty much everything in between. And since I've been 1,000, in 10 days, I'll have 10 months.
Wonderful.
And it's like, it's mind-blowing to me because I've tried this a good 8 or 9 times to be able to stop, and I've never been able to find a way. But I got to the house because I got incarcerated in August as a result of using. And a lot of people don't count jail time as clean time. I do, because there are a lot of opportunities to get high in jail, and not many people recognize that. So after 7 months of being in jail, I came to the Pegasus House, and since then.
Now, I think you told me this is your second go-round at Pegasus?
Yeah, when I was 16, I got court mandated to it. That's when I got court mandated for smoking and drinking. But because I didn't think I was an addict, because I didn't do hard drugs like the rest of them, and all of that, so I didn't really take anything out of it. Yeah.
I'm Ashley.
Ashley,
Yeah.
okay, and you're 20?
I'm 24.
Okay. And you were how old when you started experimenting?
I started, I guess, a little late, you can say, at 19.
Oh, really?
I had my first drink in the military, and that's when I started using painkillers for an injury, and it progressed into my drug of choice, heroin. And I was in the military for several years.
Really?
Yes, and I came out of the military, and I was like kind of set free, and it got worse. And this is my 5th attempt on being in recovery, and next week I'll have 8 months. Awesome. And I too got in trouble with the law, and like me being like locked up, something changed in my head this time. And like I kind of just like flew the white flag, like I couldn't do it anymore. And like the first time in my life, like I've followed direction thoroughly, and like followed all the rules and done the right thing the whole time I've been in this program. And like it has seemed to work out so far. I mean, I feel like so good about myself, and like this is probably like the best program I've been in by far, definitely.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how long were you in the military?
I joined when I was 17, and next year I will be out of the inactive reserves. So altogether 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, actually, you know, for everything you've been through. So you'll still be in the reserves even though you are where you are now?
Yeah, everything was worked out the way it was supposed to be. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Now let me ask you, and number one, I feel terrible that you guys are all addicts, but I also feel kind of good that you guys are trying to catch it as an earlier age as
Right.
as you are. I mean, my daughter really didn't even start making an attempt to get into recovery until she was like 30 years old. So you guys starting at such an early age, before your body start falling apart and everything like that, that's pretty impressive. Now let me tell you, I know you've all had relapses more than like, we'll start with you. What makes you think that this time might be the one?
Waking up in a state prison. Well, I shouldn't say that. Realizing that, you know, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't a joke anymore. I couldn't live like that. It was killing me. It wasn't affecting just me. It's affecting everyone that I cared about. As a result of that, you know, I don't talk to my sister at the moment. And I have a very small family, and she's like, we're, you know, a very small family, and losing her really hurts, and I need to talk to her, you know. I need to get back to her.
Well, you want to know something? Trust me, family members take a while to build up trust in you guys, and so, because family members are terrible. Take it from me, we're the worst. Parents, whatever like that, it takes us a long time to build up that kind of trust.
Yeah.
But it'll be worth it, and it'll be worth it, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
You know? So basically, you got tired of being an addict.
Yeah, I just, you know, I've been doing it for 9 years and wondering why I was so miserable, and it was so obvious to everyone else and so complicated to me, and I didn't understand why I was so depressed. And something, like, I had a revelation one day, and I finally understood, you know, if I work on the inside of myself.
And you said you do have a sponsor now too?
Yes.
Good.
Your daughter.
Colleen's one of your...
She's my
I didn't know
sponsor.
I didn't know you were one of her sponsees.
I am.
Good choice, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love her.
Now, you, I'm sure you've had your ups and downs.
Yeah.
What makes this time different? I mean, believe me, I love Pegasus House and where the old women go, Woman's View, which is where Colleen went to. So I'm a big fan of both of those facilities. What makes you think that this will be the time for you?
I tried to get clean like a lot of other times, and I didn't really hit rock bottom yet when I was trying. So I felt like, you know, like everything's still okay. Like my brain was like, I don't know, I was manipulating myself into thinking like I could still do this. And like I lost everything, and that gave me the motivation to, you know, get clean, like without, you know, like another, like for instance, methadone or Suboxone, like I can do it without it. And like, I don't know, it just, I really like lost everything, and it just gave me like the push, and it's a struggle, but like for me, you have to work for what you want, and like for me to like want that stuff back, I have to work for it, and I'm willing, and like I'm kind of like excited because like I don't want like my old life back. I just want like some of the stuff, plus more. So it's just
stay excited.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Stay excited. Okay. All right. And now, I know you had your experience when you were like 16.
Yeah.
So, you know, you look kind of confident. Why do you think this is going to click this time?
Honestly, like I said, I've tried a few times to get it. And it's never worked. I was always usually doing it for somebody else, to make somebody else happy.
Okay,
My
yeah.
family, a boy, something.
Yeah, families
And,
can do that to you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, before this, the longest I had clean without any substance was the 3 months that I was in this house last time, 6
Okay.
years ago.
Yeah.
I think that with being incarcerated, like, I was really forced to, like, clear up my head. Like, my head was so screwed up mentally from all of it. And this is the first time that I've been able to have a clear head and to actually want it, to actually want more for myself. And just like Ronnie said, like, I've lost everything. I've put my family through hell and back, and for some reason they still stood by me. And it's not wanting to disappoint myself, disappoint them, to show that I can be more than what I was being before. And like, I'm just like Ronnie, I'm excited to be able to see what kind of life I can build for myself outside of this.
Now, how long you been in the house?
2.5 months.
2.5 months.
Yeah,
Great.
but it's awesome.
Now, here you are. Now, you were in the military all this time. I mean, and you've struggled, obviously. I'm sure you've had your relapses and whatever. I mean, do you think the discipline you learned in the service, will that help you in your recovery, you think? Or
Oh,
no?
yeah, definitely. I think it helps now
Does it really?
with being in the program, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, just like with the question you asked them too, like what changed for me this time? I've been in recovery before. Like, I've had the over the year clean, and
You've had over a year clean?
yeah.
Okay.
And just like looking back on it, like, I don't want to use because I know there's a better way to live. And all of the above, what they said, you know, like, I lost everything. My family didn't talk to me for a while. Like, I was homeless, like, or like I can go back to that, or like I can like make a better life out of myself like I am now. Like, it's just insane to like go back to it, you know? And like, I do use the discipline I use in the military. Like, I try and use my leadership skills and get the girls motivated. And I got to get myself motivated too, you know? But I don't use too much of it. Or I don't want to get a little crazy, you know, with it. Don't want to be a drill sergeant or anything.
Now, tell me something. Now, I know I got 4 of you here. I think you told me that there's 12 girls in the house.
Yep.
Is it kind of like a family? I mean, a support group between
Yeah.
all of you now?
Definitely.
I mean, how's it feel like when someone new comes in and someone old graduates, or even worse, when someone fails and has to leave?
Well, we actually just recently, like, somebody graduated, and the house is definitely like a family. Like,
Yeah.
at least that's how I see it. We all definitely try to support each other and build each other up. But a girl graduated a few weeks ago, and like, it was just really sad. Like, it's awesome to see somebody be able to leave and like start off on a new like foot. But it's sad because, you know, you live with these girls for however long. And as far as girls coming in, like, it's a house full of girls. I mean, girls are kind of catty, but we're all pretty welcoming. Everybody's always a little skeptical at first,
Right.
but we all try to be really like welcoming and make the person comfortable.
All right, let me ask, and anyone, when I ask a question, anyone can answer it, obviously. Since you've been there, and I know some of you have been there longer than others, I'm going to take a wild guess while you've been there. Some girls have come in and left for other reasons than graduation. How does that affect you when someone comes in and they don't make it?
Well, we feel like someone has died.
Oh, really?
We all feel we're like lost. We like walk around. We feel like we don't know what to do.
Really?
We're like in a state of mourning.
Because I imagine, you know, I mean, I know it's short term, but you're there all together. You do make a connection with these people.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times.
Has
and
it?
We're like, well, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, we need to find them. There's like 10 of us. Let's go. Like,
Now-
we'll drag them back.
When something like that happens in your house, does that make you scary, or does it reinforce your efforts to not let that happen to you?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mostly reinforces it.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think it depends on my mood when it happens. Because I mean, like, there's good days and there's bad days. Like, all you have to do is not pick up.
Yeah.
But it's always like scary to, like, you know, we do build a connection with each other, and it's scary to not know what's going on. Like, where are they? Are they okay? Like, are they using? Are they just sick of the house? But like, catch like one of the girls in an off day, and they're like, "Oh, I wish that was me."
Yeah.
Because like I know I've been there. Like I have bad days too, but all I do is just not pick up. Don't a thought's not an action. So.
Now, I know you got a great sponsor. Do the rest of you guys have sponsors also?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I actually found a sponsor like 2 weeks coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew her prior from a different detox that she works at, but she's like really busy. But for the most part, she always answers her phone and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And we
I-
get along, so.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to me, you know, from all the girls and the guys that I've dealt with, one of the most important things is to have a sponsor that you
Right.
can turn to. I mean, I know Colleen has a great sponsor. Her and I have a good relationship, but when she really has to talk to someone, as much as I'd like to think she'll call me, she will call her sponsor before me, and I'm sure you guys, with the connection you build up with your sponsor, are the same way.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to ask a question. One of you can answer it. You can all can answer it. Running a support group for the families of addicts, I'm always curious to know, now that you guys have a little clean time, what's the relationship with your families now?
Well, with me, it's like my dad's in jail for 24 years, and I don't know, like we communicate a lot through letters, but like I feel like it will never be the same. And like my mom's my best friend, she's in jail also, and I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, but I was actually in jail with her, and it was like, I actually like, I don't know, it was embarrassing, but like as bad as it sounds, I was happy she was there. So I wasn't alone. Like, it was my first time experience in jail. So I don't know, with family, my sister's my biggest support. And like,
Your sister is?
yeah,
Awesome.
and everyone in
I'm going to
my,
take it, older sister, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and everyone in my family are addicts. So it's like I have to set healthy boundaries.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
So that makes it kind of difficult.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a sister who is kind of a support system for you.
A big
now,
support.
What about the rest of your family connections?
Before I started, like, you know, getting into recovery, like my mom got married 3 days before I got arrested, and I wasn't allowed at her wedding. For valid reasons, obviously, like I wasn't doing the right thing, but like that's like how our relationship was. Like her and my stepfather had completely like washed their hands of me because they had no other choice, and along with the rest of my family. But once I started doing the right thing and, you know, started making efforts to like make amends to them and just do better for myself, like my mom and my dad are my biggest supports.
Awesome.
Like they're
so
amazing.
glad to hear that. Because sometimes families have a hard time coming around too.
Yeah.
We only have about 5 minutes left, which is more than what it sounds like. Now, what about you? Your family connections? How are they?
Much better than what they were.
I'll bet.
My father has always supported me, always had my back. He's the best.
Yeah.
My mother, she's an alcoholic. She's not active. She's in assisted living. But I keep in contact with her, and I have like the best aunt and uncles in the world. So I am blessed with the family I have
That's
today.
awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you said that you have a small family. Do you have some support in your family, though?
I only speak with my mother. I only have my mother and my sister. My mother is not doing so well at the moment. I speak with her almost every day. Things are rocky, but they're getting better. We don't fight nearly as much as we used to.
That's good.
we try to keep it brief and positive.
Well, one thing you guys are all going to have to remember, I'm glad you all have the clean time that you have, but like I say, it takes a while for parents and family members to really, not be scared. Parents are scared all the time with you guys.
Yeah.
Colleen's got almost 7 years, and I'm still scared every now and again. We only got a couple minutes left. I just want to know, how do you see you guys moving on? I know we talked about it before. You're going to go, after you're done with this program here, where do you see yourself moving?
I plan on going to a sober house in Arlington.
Okay.
Yep.
How about you, Hen?
Sober housing.
Yeah? So you guys are going to continue the program. You don't think you're all better yet, huh?
No, definitely not.
No. How about you?
I'd like to go to a sober house, and then I'd like to go to UMass Lowell or Berkeley.
Okay, awesome. And I know you're in your early stages, but are you going to continue your recovery after?
Yeah, I know 6 months definitely isn't enough. So
Yeah.
either it's a sober house or like a sober friend with a roommate, because I hate being alone. So.
That's great. When I have 4 guests, and I could keep you guys here for an hour and a half, and we would not run out of things to say. With the last minute we have, just give me a quick thing. Are you guys happy that you're in Pegasus House? I know you weren't in the beginning, but you've adjusted. Is Pegasus House what you would call a good program for?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an excellent house.
Yeah.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The girls are
100%.
amazing. Like, it's wicked different personalities, but like it's like you said, like we're a big family.
Yeah, it's more than just like a treatment facility. It's like a second family.
Every
Right.
rule is there for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad you guys are there. I hope you all graduate. Colleen will keep me in tune on what's going on with you anyway. I'd like to thank you all for coming. And you viewers at home, look at these. These are just young ladies, 25 and under. And they started a bad journey at an early age, but they're starting a good journey also at an early age, and I'm so happy that you are. So I thank you for coming. I thank the people at Pegasus House for allowing you to come down, and I want you to know it's pretty courageous for you to come on and and share what you're going through, because I am hoping that there will be families at home who maybe their kids haven't been affected yet, and I want them to, just by looking at you guys, to know that it can pretty much happen to anyone. So I thank you all for coming, and for you folks, these 4 girls are okay in my book, and we'll see you next month on The Empty Chair. Thank you so much for joining us.